How to create a character in Pathfinder 2. Welcome to Pack Tactics. Buildmaster Kobold. Can he fix it? Buildmaster Kobold. Yip yip yip. The book is 10 steps, but we're not going to use the official character sheet for creation because we have technology on our side, so we're going to use that to our advantage. And it makes the steps a lot easier for both me and you. Automatic things are fantastic. We don't want to be intimidated by sheets of scary paper and a little bit of math. I highly recommend making a character in Pathbuilder 2e. There's a lot of automatic things, and it seems to be very good at showing you what you actually have available for your character. And it explains what the traits and feats and stuff do. I'll put the link in the description. This helps us optimize character creation instead of flipping back and forth in our books or through the archives. Everything on the left hand side is enough to create the character like a marshal. I created the thaumaturge here. Ancestry, we know them as races in 5e. Talk to your DM about what ancestries are available. Anyways, you can see all the info here like boosts and flaws, dark vision, blah blah blah. Each ancestry gets access to special feats and heritage. Like kobolds get a breath weapon, for example, and as you progress in level, you can get wings and a better breath weapon. And that's super fun. Kobold! You're like a Pokemon in Pathfinder 2! I know, and eventually I just evolve into Charizard. Anyways, backgrounds, as you can see, they do different things. Like Barkeep says, choose 2 ability boosts. One must be to Con or Charisma, and one is a free ability boost. Then after that, you are trained in Diplomacy and Alcohol lore, and you gain the Hobnobber skill feat. And then you can see what the Hobnobber does. The Gather Information Exploration activity takes you half as long as normal. And then if you get Mastery in Diplomacy somehow, then this feat becomes better. Cool beans. Set abilities, this is just set to standard, but you can change it to rolled. You're just gonna have to talk to your DM about how they do ability scores. And then you pick your class stuff, like I got a class feat and an implement. They say what they do. Here's my main feature I use all the time, exploit vulnerability. It takes a single action to use. I talked about these symbols before in episode 1. I'm not gonna get into explaining this class. This is just general stuff. Here are your skills. Thaumaturge gives a lot of skills, that's why I picked the class. It seemed like a better fighter to me at first glance. I have no idea if that's true or not. You see the lore skill? They are usually blank. You fill them in yourself, like lore alcohol, which you can get from your barkeep background, for example. We talked about this before. I want to quickly talk about perception. This is usually what you roll for your initiative. I think I've said this a million times before. Take a shot. Don't worry about it, guys. I'll get into chapter 9 eventually and actually learn it. Then you go to equipment. Step 8 says at first level your character has 15 gold pieces to spend on armor, weapons, and other basic equipment. When you create your character, that's pretty automatic. Where you find the equipment stuff is over here. Then you go to weapons, add weapons, and pick a weapon and buy it. And then you go to armor and do the exact same thing. Both automatically calculate the values you need to know. We've got gear, I just added random stuff as an example. Then you can find the consumables and magic items there on the top. I learned this while playing, by the way. It says in the rules, usually each character gets 1 hero point at the start of a session. So remember to set it up like this every session. You need it just in case there's a river you need to cross. Here you have your spells. I only have a cantrip here. You can usually cast cantrips whenever you want. They're not a resource like spells, while this shield spell kind of is. Like if you use its reaction, then you have a 10-minute cooldown. Here's a quick sorcerer I made. You can see his resources here, and you can pick spells. I haven't read what the sorcerer actually does, but you kind of get the point. Alignment. The book says this might affect the way various spells, items, and creatures interact with your character. I don't know by how much, but in 5e, if you're playing Curse of Strahd, being good aligned is optimal, because there are items there that only good aligned characters can use. I don't think it's the same here, but I might be completely wrong. Now, we've gone through all the steps super quickly. It's that easy. If you're using Foundry or Roll20 or something, transferring the build over to them won't take that long. When I did it, it took me like 20 minutes manually. Anyway, spend some time with Pathbuilder and you'll learn a lot and be familiar with the features and what have you. This is the easy way to learn builds. This is your D&D Beyond, basically. end of video. Look, cool shirts. And I have a Patreon if you wish to support me. Thank you very much for watching. Have fun creating characters, by the way. Bye-bye.